Okay, we are going to run through duplication and onboarding. Now that we've covered recruiting, that was last week's video or the first video. So if you need to go back and watch that first, this is going to make much more sense if you have that under your belt. And I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, buddy, you're gonna be a little bit difficult today. Maybe. There is my. Okay, can you see the Success Starts With You board, Kaylee? Perfect. Okay, so this is the Success Starts With You board. This has all kinds of stuff in it, more than you should ever need. But if you ever are looking for a tool or searching for a message, this is an incredible resource. And today we're going to be going over boxes number 4 and number 5, and they're kind of linked together, but also a little bit different. So we're going to start with number 5, even though that seems a little bit backwards, and open up the duplication piece. And I want you to be so excited at how simple this is and how powerful it can be as well. So we talked about last week. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Real life, my friends. Having a baby choking on some spit over here. How we get our friends started and how we start the conversation and how every single time the conversation starts with one question. Does anybody remember the question? So what interests you the most? Because we want to make sure that we are showing them how this is going to work for them and their specific struggles. So we've gone through that. We found out what interests them the most. And this is all in the recruiting board. We've found screenshots that they can relate to, asked them if they've related to it, gone through all of the steps. We followed the road all the way down to pricing paragraph. They are ready to order. They're like, yes, whatever you've been doing, I need to be doing, and I'm ready to go. The first best option here, and you're going to see why now, is to say, perfect, what's your phone number? Or if you already have their phone number, to just pick up the phone and call them because they have been messaging you. So if they've been messaging you, they're sitting there with their phone in their hand, more than likely they can talk on the phone. And if you're like, sweat tacos in the pits because I said you're calling your friends, I want you to also think almost everybody last week said, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want people to think that I'm out here trying to sell. And one of the best ways that you can avoid that feeling and other people feeling like you're just after a sale is to be a real human being and get on the phone. You can get on, you can have the conversation, ask them how they are, how their kids are, how their kids are handling back to school. If they've gone back to school, I feel like lots of people went back to school today. So you're going to get them on the phone because that's what real humans do and real friends do is we get on the phone and just say, hey, I just wanted to hop on and help you do your order over the phone. Let's do this together. So then you're going to be able to chat with them. You're going to be able to help them walk through. If they will give you their information, then you can walk through and do it. That way, if there's any funny boxes or something weird is going on, you can buffer that because sometimes the website is wonky, but you're being real difficult. And if not, then you're at least on the phone while they are walking through putting their information in, just to be able to help if they're like, what's a referral link, or what does this box say, or it won't let me go through. Like, you need to make sure that you've checked all the boxes. You can cover all of those bases. And then the key to this, when you have them on the phone, is right at the end. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Oh. Is at the end, this is what you're going to say to them. I'm so excited for you to get started. I constantly wish I would have found this sooner because I realize that everyone around me is feeling like crap and just silently struggling, but nobody is really talking about it. And as I have started talking about it, everyone is like, I need that too. I thought feeling like crap was just normal. So now I always ask everyone to post a short and sweet 2-liner on Facebook that says something like, I just ordered products. My friend Lexi really likes this, just so you know. It helps her have energy again, got rid of her cravings, and helped her quit feeling like crap. I'm hoping it does all of that and more for me too. If you want to get started with me, leave a comment and let me know. I'm so excited for my goodies to come. What do you think about posting something like that? And then after you ask, you sit there and be quiet and you let them answer. And it might be some awkward silence while they're thinking about what you just asked them to do. And it is okay. I also think you're going to be very surprised how many people are like, yeah, I would absolutely post something like that when you ask them on the phone. I really think that is a key to it because you're being a real human being and not just hanging out behind Messenger. So then when they're like, yes, I think I will post something like that, you have your 2-liner saved that you can send to them right then. So they can post it right then. And you can say, I'm going to go leave a comment right now. Go ahead and post it. I'm so excited for you. And then you send it to them just like this. You can tweak it so that it's you and what it's helped you with and save that. But this is essentially what it's going to look like. It will fit in a square box on Facebook. So then we are helping them get the word out immediately that they're so excited that this is coming. In this moment, when they're on the phone and they're ordering, is when they are most excited and feeling the most hope. And that is when they are most likely to say yes to something like this. That's why it's important to get them on the phone. And if they say no, that's okay. Or if they say, maybe I want to wait till I have my own results first, that's okay. We have a message that you can lean in one time because we know that we can totally understand feeling like they need to know more because we felt the same way. Who else felt the same way? Yes. What I found is I can invite people to be a part of something as I'm growing my own belief. It's like inviting friend to a lunch at a new restaurant that we've both never been to. It's fun to try new things with friends, and you'll never struggle with some of the issues that your friends are struggling with, but you have something that could help them. So I always encourage my friends to borrow my belief in the products and to think of people in their lives who don't feel great every day. Since learning about Plexus, have other folks come to mind who also struggle, and would you be open to inviting them to take a look? So we're just gonna like push back just a little bit more and see, because we know that helping people earn a paycheck in their first 90 days, I don't remember what the statistic was, but it's like hugely in helping them stay on the products, which is what we all want, right? So we have this little roadmap that's going to follow through, because then after we ask them to post, no matter what they say, yes, no, maybe, absolutely, and do a cartwheel with it, or absolutely not fly a kite, no matter what they say, that is what they have said. And you just know that you have done your job. All you can do is ask, and you do not know until you ask. So then the next step is going to be asking them to do a live once they receive their products, whether it's an unboxing or once they are starting to see things working with their products. And you can kind of just decide case by case what that's going to look like. But that is then we're going to ask them to do a live. And there is this bold text in here. Oh, don't slide that right here. That is what you're going to say in a voice message. You cannot send this as a text message. Just like I would prefer that you do everything before on a phone call, but in a voice message. And the way that it comes through in a voice message is just how it helps it work. So it's going to sound something like, okay, this might sound absolutely crazy, but what do you think about going live and talking about the results you've seen or the products that you just received? It would literally just be writing down a couple things that you struggled with before, and then the 4 or 5 things that are better now, going live and saying something like, okay, I don't even know if I've ever gone live before. I have no idea how to do this, but I have to tell you what I've been up to. I started taking this and it's been helping me with this, this, and this. And now I feel like A, B, and C, and it's not like anything else I've tried before. And I'm sort of blown away. So if you struggle with anything like this, or you struggle with something else, then I'm hoping that you'll have the courage to leave a comment or send me a message, because it could help you too. Wow, this is so weird. I don't even know how to shut this off. Hopefully it helps someone who's looking for something like this, because I really didn't think it would work for me, but it has. And let me know if you want to try too. Bye. And then end the live. And asking them in that way, where it's so okay if it's going to be a little bit awkward and silly and feel funny and be uncomfortable. It works in a voice message, and you, again, will be surprised how many people are like, yeah, I'll totally do that for you. The point is you ask them to do it. That's part of the system. And then after we're doing our check-ins, which we're going to go over next week, as far as our follow-up, you can ask them to do a house party, which is essentially just getting people to come over to their house. So all of these different ways are just different ways that we're going to be able to expose them that they could do this. And some people are going to be like, post on Facebook? Absolutely. House party? Absolutely not. Some people are going to be like, post on Facebook? No. Live? No. House party? Yeah, I'll do that. I will get people in my house. Like, we never know until we ask, and everyone is going to follow this in a different way. The point is that we ask every single time so we don't miss it. Does that make sense? So then we have I know you made a post, did your Facebook Live, or tweak that if they did not. And I was thinking, what if I came over to your house and you invited a few friends over? I'll share my story and you can share yours. And then if anybody wants to sign up, we'll use your link. You get a referral bonus and they're going to get help with whatever they're struggling with. What do you think? And they might say yes, they might say no, they might say maybe. We really don't know until we ask. So that is what I want you to take from this, is that just asking is the key. The other part of onboarding that I wanted to go through, and the reason I put this in together, is because if you do not sign them up on the phone because they're not available or they can't get on the phone, so you end up going one of the other ways, asking for their information or doing the share a cart, which is all down here at the bottom of recruiting, then you can always use the two-liner. I'm so excited for you to get started. Constantly wish I would have found this sooner. When you're asking them to post the first time, you can do that in a voice message right after they order that you're so excited for them. I would do it in a voice message and not copy and paste the text. And if your voice messages make your skin crawl, then you're going to find out how much you love voice messages or podcasts. That's what I like to call voice messages. They get a little bit long, but it's just fine. So a voice message after they order. And if that for some reason falls through, the last place that you can plug that in is the welcome call. So hopefully within their first week, right around the time that they're getting their products, maybe before, maybe after, maybe the day of, sorry, I need some water. We have our welcome call. These are incredible tools, especially if we can do them as a three-way phone call. And this is the flow of it. This is exactly what it looks like. Asking, so if this would be like me and Kaylee, and then Kaylee's new VIP, then I'm going to be asking, where do they work? How long have you done that? Different questions like that to get to know them. Tell me about your daily routine. What does that look like? Is consistency something that you struggle with? And going through, getting to know them, building that rapport, and also bringing in that third-party validation that they're not alone, and how I can relate to them in different ways than Kaylee can, or I can reinforce different things that Kaylee has already talked about. Then we can go into progress and consistency. How is your consistency? We talk about where to put your products, if they're better by your toothbrush, if they're better in your kitchen, kind of what their routine looks like, and silent alarms on their phone. I feel like I've talked about silent alarms on your phone 400 times just in August, because it is such a game changer to set an alarm that doesn't actually like alert the whole world, but it just dings on your phone until you clear it that you need to go and take your products. Talking to them about water, making sure that they are weighing, but even more important than weighing, they're measuring and taking their pictures, and then going through the benefits. And if you'll notice where this all is going to tie together with a perfect little bow on top is in their benefits, we're going to talk about the Plexus Go app. We're going to mention Pivotal and the meal plans and the workouts. We're going to mention any groups that we have going on. We're going to mention the Success Starts With You Facebook group, which is our hub for all the things. We're going to mention their subscription and how that ties into their Plexus perks, and 100 PV Club, which is the $100 giveaway that everybody can get into every single month. And then how we are all one community with your sponsor, your leader in the community. And then at the very bottom, we're going to talk about their referral link. And at this point, if they haven't already been asked to do the two-liner, we're going to ask them to do the two-liner. If they have, then we're going to point toward the shout out post and the $50 giveaway. So hopefully in one of these places, we're making sure that we're covering all of the bases. We kind of have the wide net to cast with the welcome call. We're asking them when they're signing up. We have all these different ways that they're seeing really how simple and normal it is to share about what you're doing, that you're excited, that you're trying something new, that you've invested in yourself, and that it's really normal to go ahead and grab a friend and share with others as well. Does anybody have any questions? There's more in here in the welcome call folder, or onboarding and welcome calls that you can click through. I'm going to come back to the chat. Yes, it truly, things are, when you do all the steps, if you skip a step, then I mean, we can always clean it up, but it just flows so perfectly if you follow all the steps. Yes, and you can totally, mom said, I feel like we should all host a house party starting now and support each other. Absolutely. You can totally, if you're like, I don't know what to do, I would encourage you to make a post, do a live, and have a house party. And it doesn't have to be all the formal things, but simply doing those things that we're asking them to do right off the bat is so powerful. And it truly is. Those are things that are going to move the needle. It's going to get the word out, and it's going to get your friends feeling even better quicker.